There is no certainty, even in a single breath, yet people continue to live by believing. By trusting those close to us, family members or friends, we become one another's support. But when that trust is betrayed in the most extreme way, the consequences are far more brutal than imagination itself. Mumbai, the city of dreams. Here, ambition is everything, and people come to reinvent themselves. But in the shadows of these glittering towers, some new identities demand a terrifying price. In 2015, a sudden revelation leads Mumbai police to uncover a crime that had remained buried for 3 years. This case peels away the glossy mask of India's elite society and brings to light a terrifying story of greed, deception, and a mother's ultimate betrayal. Welcome to Indian Crime Mind. In today's video, we present to you the much-discussed story of SHEENA Bora. At the beginning of 2012, SHEENA Bora was a 24-year-old young woman working as an executive in Mumbai. She was ambitious, loved life, and was already engaged to be married. But toward the end of April 2012, SHEENA suddenly disappears. She stops going to work. Her phone is switched off. When people begin to ask questions, the answers come from SHEENA's sister, high-profile media executive Indrani Mukherjee. Indrani was one half of an influential Mumbai power couple, the wife of media tycoon Peter Mukherjee. She tells everyone, even SHEENA's fiancé, that SHEENA has gone to the United States for studies and does not wish to stay in touch with anyone. People choose to believe. And why wouldn't they? Indrani was powerful, confident, and seemingly trustworthy. And so, for 3 long years, SHEENA Bora remained like a ghost, a person believed to have left the country in pursuit of her dreams. Now the timeline moves forward to August 2015. Mumbai police arrest a man named Shamvar Rai on charges of possessing illegal weapons. At first, it appears to be an entirely routine arrest. But during interrogation, Rai, Indrani Mukherjee's former driver, breaks down. He says he has a much bigger story to tell, a story of a murder that took place 3 years earlier. The confession of driver Shamvar Rai was explosive. He alleged that in April 2012, he had helped Indrani Mukherjee and her former husband Sanjeev Khanna in the murder of SHEENA Bora. The police acted swiftly. Indrani was arrested. The news stunned the entire nation. Why would a wealthy, successful socialite kill her own sister? As the investigation progresses, the first major lie of Indrani's life comes to light. SHEENA was not Indrani's sister. SHEENA was Indrani's own daughter, born from a previous relationship. Indrani became a mother at a very young age. As she climbed Mumbai's social ladder, she concealed her past. She presented her children to the world, even to her husband, Peter Mukherjee, as her younger siblings. Then the question arises, why kill her own daughter? According to the allegations, the motive was a horrifying mix of financial greed and social control. SHEENA was in a relationship with Rahul Mukherjee, the son from Peter Mukherjee's previous marriage. Indrani strongly opposed this relationship. If it became public, her long-standing lie risked being exposed in front of her husband. The prosecution claims that her financial control was also under threat. According to them, Indrani decided that SHEENA had to be eliminated permanently. According to the CBI charges sheet, the plan was executed on April 24, 2012. Indrani, her former husband Sanjeev Khanna, and driver Rai picked up SHEENA in a car. According to the allegations, SHEENA was given water laced with drugs, leaving her dazed. Then, inside a moving car on a busy Mumbai highway, the prosecution claims that Indrani and Sanjeev Khanna strangled SHEENA to death. The body was kept inside the car in a garage overnight. The next morning, they traveled to a dense forest in Raigad district, several hours away from Mumbai. There, according to the allegations, the body was burnt to destroy all DNA evidence, and the remaining remains were later buried. 2025, nearly 13 years after SHEENA Bora went missing, the legal battle reaches its final but extremely slow and complex stage. The trial, which began in 2017, has dragged on for years. Witnesses have been summoned and cross-examined, and in an effort to streamline the case, several witnesses were declared hostile or dropped by the prosecution. A graphic timeline showing key dates: 2012, missing. 2015, case comes to light. 2017, trial begins. 2025 to 26, final hearings. The main accused, Indrani Mukherjee, co-accused Sanjeev Khanna, and a well-known name from the media world, Peter Mukherjee, have spent most of this long period out on bail. Meanwhile, under a newly appointed special court judge, the trial began on an almost day-to-day basis. At the start of 2025, the Supreme Court rejects Indrani Mukherjee's request to travel abroad and directs the trial court to complete the proceedings within 1 year. It is a rare and significant judicial intervention aimed at fast-tracking a case that has remained pending for over a decade. A key witness in the case emerges, Vidya Mukherjee, Indrani's youngest daughter. Her testimony brings forth fresh allegations and details of family conflict. In court, Vidya speaks of forged documents, financial irregularities, and disputes with step-siblings, further complicating an already tangled narrative. Despite years of witness testimonies, expert opinions, and countless legal maneuvers, the case remains unresolved even today. The prosecution continues to present evidence and witnesses, while the defense questions the authenticity of electronic evidence and documents. Today, the SHEENA Bora case stands both as a cautionary tale and as a reflection of the complexities of India's justice system. What began as an almost invisible disappearance has now become one of the country's longest-running and most talked about criminal trials, one that continues to raise difficult questions about power, influence, family, and truth. For SHEENA, whose story has emerged through fragments of testimony, skeletal remains, and tangled relationships, the search for justice is still unfinished. As the trial moves toward a possible conclusion, the entire nation watches and waits for an answer to one question. After so many years of painful silence, will justice finally be served? If you share this question, pass this video on to others. And to raise many more such questions, subscribe to Indian Crime Mind. Let us know your thoughts in the comments on Indian Crime Mind. Stay healthy, stay well. Namaskar.